Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host, Red. I got videos today from Sigma Traits.
Russian women don't need feminism, they don't like it, and feminist movement will never spread in Russia. And let me explain you why. So the basics of feminism is women going against men. But in Russia, we already have a shortage of men. Believe me or not, my generation is still recovering after World War II, when all the men left and all the women were left behind with the hard work, working at the factories, raising kids.
And women were so proud of that in the United States, saying, oh yeah, we could do it too. Yeah, for a time period, not like Russian women where they kept doing it.
Standing in line for hours for basic essentials like food, while women in America were basically locked up at the house as housewives. So now imagine that all the kids, especially boys, that was raised by single mothers, what kind of examples they had in front of them? That the mother have to work, after that come home and take care of kids, husbands. That's why in Russia we have such a problem with the aggressive and demanding men that want women not only go to work, but come home after work and take care of kids and man itself. And now you have the main idea of feminism that women have to work even more. But Russian women want nothing more than a caring husband, providing for the family, helping with chores and raising their kids, which is a rarity for Russia. Plus,
so being a stay-at-home wife is very rare, and they see it as a privilege.
We still have a shortage of men. For every man, there are 3 to 5 women. And because of our
Do we need to go to Russia?
Political situation right now, we are still losing men. So that's why instead of women against men movement, we have women coming together to support and save the men that we have. Today, mothers of the soldiers, sisters, wives of the soldiers are main women, and they are protected by the government. In 2018, some activists and bloggers, more of my generation, started pushing this movement into mass. But as you can guess, they got shut down pretty quickly by the government. And now, not even women needed in our country.
If someone puts me, drafts me in the military, I'm so sorry, I'm running the other way.
Do you think that men have a duty to defend you while you sleep? Do you think that men would be cowards if they did not go to the draft?
I don't necessarily think they'd be cowards.
Well, then who would protect you?
Couldn't tell you.
Do you think that men have a responsibility to show up for the draft, if they're drafted, to defend the nation and make sure that you're protected?
Yes.
Well, then how come you don't?
If men who aren't drafted in the military don't protect us, I don't know who's going to protect us.
Right. So if they have that responsibility and they're cowards if they don't go to the draft, right? Somebody has to go. You prefer that it's them over you, right?
Yes.
That doesn't sound very equal. You're talking about feminism being part of this equality and anti-patriarchy. It would appear that the patriarchy is necessary because you want them to go and fight wars on your behalf so that you can sleep at night without having any troubles, right? And you don't want to go fight those wars.
True.
Are you saying now that you don't have girls as friends? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, platonic female friends? Absolutely not, no.
Not really.
You don't at all?
No. What ends up happening a lot of times when you have female friends is you end up being her emotional tampon. You end up being her solution provider. You end up being her masculine energy. You end up being a lot of boyfriend traits to that girl, inevitably, because it's just a male instinct, right? They've done this too. Why did women not be allowed in the military infantry for so long? Because men have a natural provider and protector instinct. When a woman is, getting attacked in combat or whatever, men are going to spring to action to try to help her and compromise the unit. So this is why women have been kept out of infantry and combat position for so long. So I say all that to say this. If you end up as a friend with a female, you're inevitably going to take on boyfriend traits, whether you want to or not, naturally. But her end, she's not necessarily obligated to give you any type of sexual access. So what's happening is it's a one-sided relationship, which a lot of girls that are, put guys in a friend zone, they're able to benefit and get the benefits without the guy getting what he wants. All of you guys right now probably have at least 1 or 2 guys that's in the friend zone that would hook up with you in an instant if you called them, but you would never hook up with them. But you're still able to siphon off benefit from them. Men, we don't get it that way. So I look at it like, from a logically sound perspective, am I going to be friends with a female when I know for a fact I'm not going to get any type of reciprocation? And then on top of that, it's someone that can't identify with my masculine problems. It's an L for me altogether.
And that's why. Another reason why men don't want their girlfriend or wife with the boy best friend.
Thank you.
So they're building a house on the lot next to me, and this morning the framers were there working when my dick appointment left. Well, the same.
She just said what I thought she said.
You guys were still there when my soon-to-be ex-husband showed up to work at my house. They probably think that I'm a whore, but I am.
As long as you know.
Hi.
What you doing?
Reading.
I left you alone for 5 minutes and you spent $873. You left me alone in a Costco.
If a guy is giving you too much attention, what does that do for you?
Major turnoff.
Why?
I think it's, I don't know, it's kind of unhealthy to say, but there's just like too much of a good thing, not a good thing. There's no chase. There's no grab point. So.
Because it maybe feels like validation seeking. They're checking in all the time to see.
Yeah. Or oftentimes it can come off as controlling. What are you doing? What are you up to?
Okay.
It's called.
You hear that, guys? I can agree with this. Yeah, women really do think it's controlling when you're constantly checking in on them and doing, texting them things like that.
A Pyrrhic victory. They won, but there is no prize, only suffering. Let's dive into what you guys have to say. Someone commented, just because they're pretty on the outside doesn't mean they're not rotten on the inside.
True.
Yep can say this for almost 99.9% of the women out there. Another man commented, no point in getting married. I can love you without being married to you. It's a scam. If she wants you, she will chase you and literally put in all the effort. Someone else commented, if she has a dream that you cheated on her, go ahead and cheat, because it's your duty as a man to make her dreams come true.
He's a problem.
Can't stop laughing out at this one.
I've waited for my husband for so many years, and I'm just getting mad, and I'm about to turn 40. There's a lot of stress on me right now.
8 out of 10 women who are childless didn't intend to be childless. It's called involuntary childlessness. Around about 10% of women
involuntary childless. Okay, now we got a new one, boys. Involuntarily just childless. How would you say childless? So it's involuntary. What's the acronym for that?
Physically incapable of having kids for a variety of reasons. 10% said that they actually didn't intend to have children, and that leaves a whopping 4 out of 5 who didn't have children due to life circumstances. That's the most common reason for it, and the most common life circumstance is leaving it too late to find a partner and then have kids. You break through that fertility window on the other side. These women who get into their 40s, who always intended to have a family, who realize that they now can't, they go to support groups, and these women are grieving for families that they never had, which is just brutal. Like, to think that you can grieve for something that didn't occur.
Guys, I just did Mother's Day with my family. Like, at the park, we do an annual Mother's Day thing. We took pictures of just all the mothers. There was like 50 of them. Like, our family, well, it was also friends of families and things like that, and maybe like external families and things. But yeah, our family is huge. And all the women that took pictures in that Mother's Day picture with just the mothers, they're the ones that produced all of our family members. They're important people.
Feminism told them to chase degrees, bags, and freedom. Now they're crying in support groups over kids they never had. They didn't choose childlessness. They prioritized everything else, calling it circumstances.
Like, all of my cousins have like 2 to 3 kids each or more. Like, my family is so huge and has gotten even huger over the years. None of my family members really don't have kids other than my dad's family. Like, my brother and sister, we all don't have kids, and we're not married. None of us are married anymore. My sister's getting remarried soon though. So yeah, our family's huge, and it's thanks to the women that wanted kids, that wanted to raise wonderful kids. That's why I have wonderful cousins and wonderful nieces and nephews now that, we get to have fun together.
Until biology said too late.
I've waited for my husband for so many years, and I'm just getting mad, and I'm about to turn 40. There's a lot of stress on me right now.
This is what you get chasing the feminist fantasy. Years wasted on independence, now furious and depressed at 40 with no husband in sight.
So you know when you're 40 and your love life isn't great because at best your choice in men has been questionable.
Sure.
But you have a friend that's in a similar position, so you don't feel quite so bad about it. And then
misery loves company.
6 months ago, your relationship ends, but she meets somebody, which is great. You feel really happy for her because she deserves it.
No,
you also feel sad for the loss of your relationship, the fact that you're 40 and single, still with no children. And then a couple of months down the line, you find out that your friend's new boyfriend is moving in. Then you find out that they're engaged, and now you find out that she's 8 weeks pregnant. And you so want to feel happy for her. But inside you feel so sad. Because even though you don't desperately want children, you know that at 40, you are running out of time.
Yep.
And soon you won't have a choice at all.
They're not clapping. They're choking back tears behind fake lashes and forced grins. Why? Because it's not them in the white dress or rocking the stroller. It's the girl they called basic while chasing promotions and jawlines. Now it's Botox, brunch mimosas, and a group chat full of regrets dressed up as living my best life.
Or you could just be with someone who's on your level.
But why?
There's that too.
Like, why are you guys so obsessed with being like, oh, I'm average, why don't you pay attention to me?
Well, because this is what's leading to unhappy women later on in life. Like,
no, where are you getting these stats from?
Well,
women enjoy being single.
Yeah, it
like,
is.
women are very happy being single. Like,
and you keep saying this to yourselves, but statistics say differently.
Why do you think they're not
You're
going
actually
into relationships?
very unhappy being single. You might be happy right now when you might be happy right now. You might be happy right now when you're in your prime. When you're in your prime, you might be happy, but later on in life, you're going to want to have a companion. You're going to want to have someone.
How do you know that? Actually, a lot of
because
women are getting older, staying single, and just getting fucking hobbies over our men.
The demographic of people that are on the most antidepressants are women in their like 40s to 50s or something like that.
They don't want the truth. They want to be coddled in lies that stroke their ego. Too proud to shut up and listen, too fragile to face reality. So they argue, deflect, and spiral, then wonder why they end up bitter, alone, and pointing fingers at everyone but themselves.
And wondering, where all the good men at?
You know what thought really scares me? That I think I'm too selfish to have children.
That's a lot of women nowadays. I can actually agree with you. Just stay not having children.
There's like one day a week where I want like complete silence. I don't really want to talk to anyone. My husband does his own thing at night. I do my own thing. Like, I just want to take care of myself like one day a week. It's just my day. And when I have kids, if I have kids, that time is gone. The silence is gone. I'm 31. By the time my mom was 31, she already had me and my older sibling. So she already had 2 kids by the time she was 31. I'm 31, turning 32 this year, and I'm like, so I'm a teenager. So I'm too young to have a kid. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm sure there's so many people who are also scared between 30 and like 35 or 30 and 40 and are just like, do I want a kid? Is the world gonna blow
Just go extinct. It's okay. We don't mind.
up? Oh my gosh.
At 32, she's chasing me time like it's gold, brushing off her man and putting kids on layaway.
It's crazy.
By 40, it's late-night tears and silent bedrooms because that ticking clock she ignored, it stopped. And now peace feels a lot like loneliness wrapped in regret.
No family at 43. Sometimes I just can't stop crying. I will be alone till the end of my life.
How many more of these women do we need for the younger generation to understand the real truth about feminism?
I'm gonna say something.
I mean, it does seem like a lot of younger women are turning the corner from feminism, but we'll see how it turns out in the next 10 years.
Very controversial, but motherhood is a scam.
Too many women have been lied to and deceived by society about motherhood.
Again, just making Asians look bad. Wow, motherhood is a scam.
But everyone is celebrating being a mother, it's secret, it's divine, but no one has told women how hard motherhood actually is. I'm not a mom, but I'm a daughter and a friend to many other women. I have seen my own mother and a lot of my other girlfriends sacrifice their lives to motherhood. So
they've also gotten something of value out of it.
best friend just had a daughter 2 months ago, and she told me, Jessie, I know you don't want kids. If that's your plan, stick to it. Don't change your mind. And mind you, my friend actually got support. So when the baby was born, for the first month, she got a nanny living with them, taking care of the baby 24/7. She didn't have to lift a finger except for feeding the baby. And now her husband's parents are living with them, cleaning, cooking. She doesn't need to do much, but
that's how lazy women are. Everything is being taken care of for them. In-laws came in to take care of the grandkids, nannies, and you're still complaining as if it's the most horrible job in the world.
Still, she told me it's exhausting and her body is starting to have all the low problems. And not even to mention she lost a great career opportunity because of this. So my friend works in this big Chinese company, top tier in the industry. Her boss really values her because my friend is really good at what she does and she's ambitious. So her boss wants to send her to the US to manage the North American business. So she only needs to stay in the US for 2 to 3 years and then return back to China, immediate promotion to higher leadership position. So basically the rest of her life is set. You know, you don't need to work hard anymore. You can just lay back, chill, great money.
It sounds like her rest of her life is pretty set now. The husband's taking care of everything and the in-laws are taking care of everything.
Easy life. And now all of that is gone because you can't just leave.
Why do you think being a freaking top tier leadership is an easy life? This is the problem, that women seem to think that being a CEO is easier than being a mother.
You're a newborn baby and go to the US. And my friend told me her daughter is the best thing ever happened to her. She loves her so much. She wouldn't trade anything in the world with her daughter like all the other mothers. But still, she told me, you know what, being child-free is kind of nice. So
you have one example of one person that loves their kids and slightly regrets it. Now all women shouldn't have kids.
Feminism. Women chase peace and not losing themselves, chasing the feminist dream, but when they hit 40 alone, that peace turns into a prison. They scream to independence, yet can't stand the silence of loneliness they built with their own hands.
He's right. Women created this loneliness, right? They created it themselves, and now they're suffering the consequence of true seclusion. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And catch you guys next time. Ciao.